makeup reviewer, I do have an internal struggle a lot when it comes to recommending you guys products. I've got to be honest. A lot of the products that are released nowadays are all really, really good. There's not a lot of bad makeup out there anymore. It's very clear that the technology and resources that these labs have, they've managed to master pretty good formulations no matter the price point. So in a lot of my mass reviews, I'm like, this is good, this is good, this is good. But in today's video, I'm going to be talking about my top 5 new makeup products that I think are actually worth it, that actually have value in your collection, that actually will stand out against what you already have. Oftentimes in my reviews, I would say, like, I'm just pulling this is not good, but this is really good, but I already have products like this, or I already have better, or I already have products that I prefer over this. So these are the products that I feel like in my large makeup collection have added value, have their own amazing formulation that stands out against what I already have, which is very, very hard to do. Hence why this video only has 5 products, plus a bonus, but only 5 products. So I was taking a look at all of the new bestsellers that are out right now, that are going viral on the interwebs, on all of the social media apps, and I've chose the 5 that I think will add value to your collection, that are different than what you already have, or are a master of their purpose. Of course, this is just my opinion, so if you've tried any of these products, feel free to let me know if there's any products you like better than these. But of the new ones right now, these are really dang good, and I think you will enjoy them, and they will add value to your collection, which is very, very hard to do nowadays. So this first product, I was pretty darn sure I was not going to love this as much as I ended up loving it, because there's so many other products that have launched that are similar to this. So surely this wasn't going to stand out. Well, baby, I was wrong. And I also need to turn off my sound on my phone. Anyways, I've been talking about this one because this one launched a couple of months ago, but I simply cannot mention it enough. I believe I just put it in my favorites video as well, but it's just that unique. It's that good. If you're a regular watcher of mine, no surprises. One Size B12 Base Thinner Vitamin Pearl Serum. Now this is truly what I would consider to be a skincare and makeup product hybrid, which a lot of brands say their product kind of bridges between the two, and I just normally don't believe that. I truly feel that this benefits the skin while also giving that instant gratification that makeup is supposed to give. If you look at the bottle itself, you can see that pretty pearly sheen that does show on the face. I'm going to show you. So take a look at this consistency. You can see it's pretty thin, but it's not too watery. But when you spread it out on the skin, take a look at that pretty pearl. That shows up on the skin, but it's really subtle to the point that you can truly wear it as skincare, but it doesn't have too much of a glow that you don't want to wear it on its own. And if you put less, then the less glowy it's going to be. So in terms of penetration into the skin, it soaks in so nicely, just like a skincare product would. As somebody like myself who has a drier skin type, this is a drink of water for my skin, if I'm being honest. So it does have that serumy consistency. It's not really a cream, but you can see I'm just going to add a second layer, a second dose of this, that kind of amplified the glow. Now, one thing that I find most unique about this product, I mean, I have serums that feel just like this. The glow is quite unique to the product, but what is also unique to the product is how it mixes into foundations. A lot of times I find products like this that claim to be able to mix into foundations, they just get eaten up by the foundation. I really can't tell a difference. I find when I mix this with foundation, it truly does thin it out and make it more hydrating. It holds its own in foundations. So that for me is the most unique part about this, is how well it stands out in foundations and how it truly does alter the consistency of the foundation to my liking, which is a little bit thinner, a little bit more of a glow, and a little bit less coverage. So if you're looking for a product like that that's actually impactful and gives a really pretty pearly glow to the skin, I definitely recommend this. Next up, I have a new drugstore foundation that is 100% worth the hype that they are claiming. Maybelline can throw down a good foundation. Their Super Stay line is amazing. So they just added the Super Stay Lumi-Matte foundation. I am in the shade 120, and baby, this is one of those top recommendations from the drugstore if you're looking for a good foundation. First of all, one of the things that makes this stand out against a lot of other foundations that are out right now is it actually has a matte finish. Now, it's not a drying matte, but it has a flat finish. Everything is about skin glow nowadays, and honestly, especially if you have oily skin or you're going to be wearing your makeup for a long time, you don't want glowy, because glowy just does not wear long enough. It's actually a good opportunity to mix in the one size if you don't want it completely flat, but I do want to show you this flat in its true nature. So not only is this foundation standing out because it's finally not a glowy foundation, and I have dry skin, so that's saying a lot if it's coming from me, but it's so thin on the face. This is one of the most lightest weight foundations I have ever used. So if you hate the feel of foundation on your skin, I definitely want to turn your head towards the Maybelline aisle at this new Lumi-Matte foundation. And because it's in the Super Stay line, I don't know what secret ingredients they have in here, but the wear time on this is incredible. You'll see it does give more of a lighter side of medium coverage. I'll show you the build up here in a second. I'm just using a It Cosmetics number 7 brush here to blend it in, but this is a great formula. With it being so thin and lightweight, you can thin it out to the point of it being more like a tinted moisturizer level of coverage, a very light level of coverage if you're into that super natural wear, especially come this summertime. Nobody wants to feel heavyweight product on their skin, but you might want some coverage. But because it's the summer, you're really extra oily, you're really extra sweaty, a super light layer of this is going to be perfect for the summer, which is why I'm recommending it in this video. This is a top recommended summer foundation that I'm going to recommend to you guys because it has all of the attributes I am looking for that light summer coverage, but something that's actually going to last. Well, don't get me wrong, I do love me a good tinted moisturizer in the summer. I often am feeling for my more oily skin girls, okay? Because sometimes a tinted moisturizer, I just look too oily and sticky when it mixes with my sweat. A product like this is going to withstand that excess oil on the skin so much better. You're not going to look as shiny because this is not a shiny, glowy product, but it's still going to give that coverage. So, I mean, I think I've covered all the bases here of the points that I wanted to hit. I'm just going to show you how it builds up once I finish up this first really light natural layer, but you do have some flexibility here with what amount of coverage you want. It's not going to reach up to a full coverage, but if you're more of a heavy beat kind of girl, well, more of a medium coverage, heavy beat you're not going to get with this, but this gets you a good medium level of coverage, and this is, again, a great foundation with it being so thin. If you do want it to give you more glow, mix with that one size. So I'm going to go ahead and just do a little pump. This is like water, and just build it up on my cheek here where I have a little bit more need for coverage, and I'll show you the difference. So you can see it got me to more of a medium coverage and covered out my freckles a little bit more. And I do not feel this on my skin. It's so lightweight. So believe the hype. It is a great foundation. I feel like it's been a little bit since we've gotten a great drugstore foundation. I know everybody's talking about the Milani skin tint. I'm not counting that out. I'm still testing it currently, but this is the one that I've been wearing. And I love layering this foundation over top of a glowy base because this is one that really allows the finish of the base to come through if you want it to. So I'm going to leave it at that. just a really versatile foundation. You can kind of mold it to what you want it to be, which I think makes it really special, especially with this price point. Okay, this next product I think is truly one of the most unique blushes in the US market right now. Now, this is K-Beauty inspired. They definitely have formulas like this in K-Beauty, but when it comes to walking into a store like Sephora, you're not going to get another blush like these. These are the new Rephr Beauty Matte Bouncy Blushes, and I am not typically a bouncy blush fan, but man did Rephr just nail down this formula. I'm looking, it is made in Korea, so that would make sense. So these are the two shades that I picked up. So you can see it's kind of like a putty formulation, but it's not the most squishy. The two shades that I have are Hope and then Truth. Hope has been a little bit more of an everyday color for me. So this one right here, it's a little bit pinky peachy. And then here's Truth. But you can see as I blend them in, that soft, cloudy, powder-like effect that has. It's so blurring. Like, look at how thin that formula is. You can really see how it works into the back of my hand, and it's slightly stained, so it has fantastic longevity, but wow, look at how blurring that is. Okay, I think I'm gonna do Hope, since that's the shade I typically use. I'm gonna use a BK Beauty 109 brush, which I believe they're having a 20% off sale right now for Mother's Day. If you want to get in on that, this is one of the best brushes to apply a non-powder cheek product with. So look at how easily this blends to the skin, and it's so thin and so blurring. You see how it just becomes one with the skin? It's almost like a filter, the way that it applies into the skin. And what's great about this is it's very easy to build the pigment here. You can actually get quite a lot of pigment if I were to dip in here again. So it's great for those of you with a deeper complexion as well. I promise you the color will show up. Truth, I often have to apply foundation over top because I accidentally am too heavy-handed with it. But look at how that just filtered itself over the skin and became one with the skin. This is why it is such a unique product in my collection. As a putty blush, not hater, but someone who doesn't like them, how much I love these is crazy, and it's just grown on me the longer I've had it, because I've just realized I don't have another product with performance like this. And it's so customizable with the buildup of pigment. It has more of a matte finish, but it can adjust based on the base that you have underneath. But if you're looking for that really natural, soft focus blend into the skin, this is a phenomenal product. I don't have anything like it. Next up, this is a newer one, but I'm already telling you, it's worth it if you like a pressed powder that's very blurring. So Givenchy just launched their Prism Libre 4-color pressed powder, and there's some drama behind it. I have a video if you want to check it out, but this powder itself is one of the nicest pressed powders I've ever used. Loose powders are my bread and butter. I find them to be creamier and just more blurring, but for a pressed powder, this is one of the best. And obviously you're paying a hefty price point for it, but I think it's worth it, personally. It does have that very subtle fragrance to it. If you're not into fragrance, it doesn't bother me. I like the smell of it. So I'm just gonna use the N17 from BK Beauty, and I'm going to use this flat side here to press it into my under eyes. You could also use a powder puff, but make sure this is all blended. I'm just going to do one side of my face first so you can see, and I did a comparison between this and the loose powder if you want to check out that video. But this is one of the most effective blurring pressed powders on the market. So this makes it better for travel and throwing it in your purse and touch-ups throughout the day. It's not as blurring or as creamy as the loose powder, but it's pretty darn close. It's kind of the same formula at base here. So I think, you know, if you happen to have the original loose formula, set with that after finishing your makeup, and then use this in your purse to touch up throughout the day or finish off the makeup look. But you can see how that blurred the skin. Enough said. It's one of the best pressed powders that you can get on the market right now. So it's new, it's hot, and if you can justify the price point, if you're a powder lover like me, even though I have dry skin, I'm really enjoying this, and I think the performance stands out against the other products that are on the market right now. So I enjoy this one thoroughly. Side note, you guys, I just popped on the Nomad Cosmetics Après Ski Palette. I am loving this eyeshadow look. But okay, let's continue on. So this one is my bonus product. I really didn't want to have 2 blushes, but I would just be doing a disservice to you if I don't talk about this blush, because I love it. And you guys know the blush market is the most saturated right now, so it takes a lot for a blush to stand out, especially because blushes are all kind of the same. But to me, I am grabbing for the Say Super Suede Radiant Blush powders more than any other powder blush right now. I just feel like their glow is so gorgeous. This is very comparable to Hourglass. It's a little bit more like dry feeling, but not in a bad way. That's just the differences. Like, look at the beautiful baked effect here. So I have 2 shades. This is Bella and this is Mia. So I enjoy Mia right here for all over the cheek, and then I enjoy Bella for just an apple of the cheek effect, which I'm going to show you in a second. The one thing I will say, and I must mention, is the cheap packaging. It's super plasticky. It feels terrible. But luckily, the product is so good inside that I don't mind. So let me show you Mia. Look at this glow. It's not glittery whatsoever, but it gives this beautiful sheen to the cheek, which stands out amongst other blushes because it's not a sheen that emphasizes texture too much. It's not too glittery. It's not too metallic, but it's not natural whatsoever. And I don't mean that like not natural in a bad way. I like how it's not natural, so it gives something that naturally the skin cannot give, but it's so special. It brings a pop. So I'm going to show you how I like to use the shade Mia. Or Bella, excuse me. I'm going to show you how I like to use the shade Bella. I take a blush brush that's not too dense. This is from Hailey's Beauty. Smile a little bit, or you don't have to, but you just want it right here on the apple of the cheek. And I just want that pop of pink right here. How pretty does that look? So you can see that sheen, but it's not emphasizing texture other than this, but you know, still got to make that esthetician appointment or dermatologist appointment. But like, look at that pretty sheen. I just can't describe it. It's just so smooth looking. So just right here on the apple. And this helps blend out the edge of whatever blush you're using. Like I said, I like to use Mia all over the cheek, but this shade is a little bit white. I don't love it as much all over my cheek unless with a very, very specific look. But just to blend out the edges of the blush and to give that pretty pop, I think is stunning. Even just like a dab of it right here in the center of the nose. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. So I wanted to mention these. These are like the bonus product, but this is technically, this last product is the 5th official product. And I've been talking about this a lot. It was just put in my favorites. So I'm going to try and glaze by this on the quicker side because I'm being very repetitive here, but this is within the context of the video. It has to be. It's the Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb Sticks in the High Shimmer Finish. Now the Gloss Bomb Sticks, the original finish, very beautiful, like the formula a lot, but it's not a unique formula, right? Which the point of this video is formulas that actually stand out. But this High Shimmer Finish takes this product to the next level. While it already has that beautiful formulation, the finish of this is what makes it super unique. If you like a glitter lip, you're gonna love this. Now, it's not like obnoxious glitters, you'll see, but they took glitter to where a lot of lip products are afraid to take glitter. I feel like when a brand puts glitter in a product, it looks pretty in the component itself, but then you apply it and it just doesn't translate. These do. So let me show you the 2 shades I have. Now, the most glittery one is going to be Fenty Glow right here. So you see that glitter in here, and it shows up almost like a subtle metallic on the lips. I'm going to use Fussy because it goes with today's look. But Fussy looks a little less glittery on the lips, but you can see that, right? There's not many lip products like this that have a glimmery finish like this. So I just have on a mix of Makeup Forever Wherever Walnut and then Laura Mercier Lavish Mulberry for liner. Little cocktail there. And look at that. You see how it's like subtly metallic, but I don't like a metallic lip. And it's not like a crunchy, grainy glitter either, but it just shows up and hits so beautifully against the light. And they're hydrating. They have a medium buildable level of pigment. I just love them, and I love the way that they reflect off of the light. And overall, using 5/6 different products that are actually standing out on the market right now, I feel like I have a very, very stunning makeup look with it all put together. So I'll have the products that I talked about today linked down below in the description box, as well as other products that I'm wearing if you want to complete the look. Let me back up so you can see the whole picture. And there we have it. As somebody who's tried pretty much almost every makeup product that has launched over the last 7 years, these are the current 6 products that are actually standing out, actually adding value to my collection. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. Thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure you like it and subscribe to my channel for more. And the next video, you guys, while I did the top 5 products that are adding value, that are actually worth it, the next video after this is going to be 5 viral products that are not worth it, that are not adding value, that I can think of a way better options for. So keep an eye out for that video. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and make sure you subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys, have a good one.
It's delicious.